Hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. I'm just on live stream because my favorite YouTuber of all time, RA from Recovery Addict, Scott, aka, um, has sent out an invite for people to be guest speakers on his YouTube channel. So I'm sitting here all rugged up at an ungodly hour of the morning to hope that he sends me an invitation. Would love, love, love to have a chat with him online. Yes, he's been one of my major inspirations. He covers a lot of trials and he's extremely, he provides a safe, calm environment. His community and chat are irreputable. And yeah, I hold him in high regard. So, um, you can hear him streaming in the background because he's running live at the moment, and he's in North Carolina. And as a as you were probably aware, I'm in Melbourne, so it's 4:30. Mm, I need a drink. But like I said, it was a quick change, as live streaming is much like a, um, what is it? I'm half asleep, I can't think. It's like a I did, alright. I sent you a link. I sent you a link. I sent you a link. Oh my. I sent you a link. I'm gonna send him another email. Hang on. You're live on the channel. Yes, I know I'm live on the channel. Let me see if I can Scott, recovery addict. I'm oh, the burner phone. Okay, burner phone. Yeah. Alright, hang on. Let me text him. Let me text him. Holy crap, this is exciting. He wants to get me on. He wants to get me on. Woo, 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 woo. Scott. Oh my god, I'm too excited. At the de defense rests. YouTube. Okay, I've sent him 2. Hopefully he gets it. You can private chat me. if you as I'm live now. Am live now. Come on, recovery addict. Message me. Message me. Yeah, I'm up on the screen. I'm up on the screen. Come on down. Come on. Oh, he's looking. He's looking. He's scrolling. Hang on. I'm going to share the screen. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Share. We
You're in
can
a small.
both watch. Oops.
If you're falling asleep in
Oh,
a minute
there he is.
because the show you're watching got boring
Hang on. I'll
and you
put it
fell
full
asleep,
screen.
that could indicate sleep deprivation, and
I'm
you
watching
want to
you.
know why you're doing that.
Yes.
So yeah, I always
I'm
thought it was
watching
just
you.
because good clean living and no regrets was what I chalked it up
I'm
to.
watching
But
Where's my invitation?
Again, it depends on whether you want to go to sleep or whether you just fell asleep.
Come to mama.
I don't know, but it makes me so
It's
mad when people are
4:30 in the
like, oh,
morning."
I have such a problem. I fall asleep so fast. I am sometimes awake for 2 or 3 hours and I take sleeping tablets and I will just not sleep. And I'm not anxious. I'm not needing to write in a journal. I just can't sleep.
Does it make you sleepy the next day?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you have some sort of insomnia. There's there's several
This is funny
dozen
watching
subsections
them
of insomnia. So you would
talk
need to
whilst they're
again
trying
see a
to
sleep
contact me.
specialist so that we could tease out what type
Ooh,
of
that's
insomnia,
my link,
because the
I think.
treatments can
That's
be
my link getting sent.
vastly different.
Yeah, I was only diagnosed
I'm
with
so excited
ADHD
about
when I was
OST.
30. So that was the first clue, was like, oh, apparently this is the thing with women with ADHD. We have this problem. And then it made sense, but it's not always that. And I have zero regrets and live a clean life too.
that's great. Sorry, I'm distracted a little bit. I think it's Jody in Australia who's trying to connect right now.
Yeah.
She has her own. I think she was logged into her own StreamYard. I just sent her the link to ours via email. So Jody, check that out and.
Oh, okay.
We'll see if that's. I think she's a YouTuber, or he. I don't know. Jody is a YouTuber, so that'll be cool. Yeah, I did not sleep through that. When I get accused of falling asleep on the live stream all the time, but it looks like this, right? So I'm like this. And I guess it looks like my eyes are closed, but I'm reading my phone. Honestly, I'm awake. I'm scrolling through. I might even be playing a game. Oh, shh, don't tell anyone. But yeah, it happens. Okay, watching for defense rest. I see I got 3 emails. I haven't got any texts from Defense Rest to the burner phone. So we might check the number and see if that's come through.
Red Pen said, when you fall asleep, do you stay asleep? I've lost that one. But sometimes I will fall asleep for like 20 minutes and I'll wake up and I will feel like I am absolutely finished sleeping. Done. Happy, can carry on. And then like an hour or two later, I will be so tired physically, but awake.
That's a pretty common complaint. But that indicates that something is interrupting your sleep. It could be, sleep apnea. It could be a limb movement disorder of some sort. Again, you would need to get that evaluated. I mean, if
my
you woke
partner's
up
in the kitchen pointing at himself because he snores. So he's like, it's me. I'm interrupting your sleep.
That could be it. It could be something else. And something that's interesting, which I'll bring up very quickly, is, and we see this so often. We'll be working with patients for weeks and weeks and weeks until we finally find out that their Labrador sleeps in bed with them, and it turns out that it's the dog that's disturbing the sleep. So you really major things with good sleep. Pets in another room, dark room, and no television. You have to turn the TV off. Because TV will wake you up even without sound, because the brightness of the television will change.
I fall asleep to Friends every single night. Every night. Just the sound. I press play and then I fall asleep. And there's no pets in the room. But I can't have the quiet because then I will hear the snoring and then I will contemplate whether I want to be on court TV or not, whether I want the burden of the thing I'm contemplating or not. And I don't have carpet shoes. I'm just not in a position to take that step. So these are the things I've had to figure out.
Yeah.
Well, get a TV with a timer, and that should help with the television part anyway.
Yeah.
I think we've got 2 more people joining us. Defense Rest, I see you, and Angela as well, both in the green room. If you guys are ready to join, give me a thumbs up. We'll see if that works. Angela says yes. We can join Angela. I might be able to join one more. Angela, I can't quite hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Defense Rest, if you want to join as well, give me a thumbs up and we'll bring you in at the same time. We're super international here. We've got
I'm doing good, actually.
We've got everybody here.
Hi, everybody. Hello, Chad. Hello, Scott.
Hello.
And
How are you doing?
Vicky and Brian. I'm doing good, actually.
So everybody else had to introduce themselves. Sorry, just give me 1 second. Defense Rest, are you ready to come on?
Angela, everyone else introduced themselves and shared an embarrassing story.
Can't
I'm not
see.
sure if you heard that part, but it's now your turn.
Just see the camera's not pointing there. Okay, Angela, everyone else introduced themselves and shared an embarrassing story. I'm not sure if you heard that part, but it's now your turn.
I was actually at the store when you were when you were sharing that. I somehow always managed to be at the wrong place when the fan part is on YouTube.
14 years old.
So my name is Angela. I am from Serbia, but I live in Sweden. I moved to Sweden when I was 14 years old. I am studying to be a teacher in high school, mathematics and physics. I currently work in a science center, actually more precise, synchrotron laboratory,
I think this place
here
is
in Lund,
really in my alley.
near where I live.
One way.
That's awesome. We've loved your comments.
I love physics. I love to experiment, and I think
since you're a
this place is
physics
really in my alley.
sometimes when you hear
more
some
than
of
one
the
way.
testimony
That is awesome. We've loved your comments in chat. It's been interesting. I have to ask, since you're a physics sort of person, sometimes when you hear some of the testimony that involves physics a little bit, like this one. This one has some trajectories and do you try to like
Not the one that I still have
I'm not
problems
sure that's
putting
possible.
together.
I was not able to
that
do
I found
it
that
yet,
it's harder than
but we
IKEA
just got a
furniture
new
to put
gadget
together.
at work.
This
Not the one that I still
This
have
one is
problem
3D
putting
printed, so I don't
together,
have to
the
worry
one with
about putting it
magnets,
together.
that I
It was
found
already
that is
put
harder
together.
than IKEA furniture to put together.
Which
This one,
actually is the same
this one
principle
is 3D
as
printed, so I don't have to worry about
it's the
putting it
same
together.
when
It
you
was
go
already
down the
put
slide,
together.
you know.
So
we use like
which
small
actually
metal
is the
balls
same
to
principle
put
as
it to.
as
I can
the same
actually share
when
the
you go
link
down the
with you,
slide, you
Scott,
know.
in the chat because it's
So we use like small
10
metal
who
balls to
made
put
that
it
experiment. So
to.
you
I can actually
put the
share
ball
the
down
link
the
with you,
slide,
Scott, in the chat
and then
because it is
there
Ten
is a
who
sort of like a
made that
barrier,
experiment.
and then
So you
see
put
where
the
the ball
put the ball down the
scatters in
slide,
which direction.
and then it
So it's like a random
there's
effect.
sort of like a barrier,
Measure
and then you see
what
where the
likelihood it
ball
goes a certain direction.
scatters in
Yeah,
which direction.
and what happens
You
with the
know.
ball
So it's
if
like a
And
random,
it's
random effect
going to another ball
that
that
you
is
can
already there?
measure
You know,
the
it's
what
3
likelihood it goes a
Newton's
certain
law.
direction.
So
Yeah,
it's actually
and what happens
I
to the
still
ball if
I am
it's
going to do it on Monday.
going to another
Still
ball that
have
is
not.
already there? You
I've
know,
been
it's
busy this
3
week.
Newton's law.
Sounds
So
cool. We
it's
have
actually
defense
fun.
rests
But I
as
still
well.
I am going to do it on Monday.
Hello.
Still have not
Alright.
done it. We have been busy
I'm
this
sorry,
week.
Scott.
That sounds
I'm
cool.
on my iPhone.
We
I
have defense
trouble
rests on as
connecting the link
well.
onto
Defense rests, I think they're
the,
from
StreamYard,
Australia.
so
Is that right?
I just went with the iPhone. Sorry.
I'm sorry,
morning.
Scott. I'm on my iPhone. I had trouble connecting the link onto my
I have a bad
StreamYard, so
story.
I just
Oh
went with the
goodness, I
iPhone.
don't even
Sorry.
know where to
No
start
worries.
there.
It looks, we can hear you great. We can see you. Quick introduction and an
4:45
embarrassing
in the
story, and
morning.
we're
Yeah,
ready to go.
I'm still half
An
asleep.
embarrassing
I've
story.
been laying there
Oh
watching
goodness,
you, and I've
I don't
just
even
gone,
know where to
"Ooh,
start
I
there.
have to get on. I have to get up."
It's 4:45 in the morning here. I'm still half asleep.
Yes,
but
I've got
I've been
two
laying there
channels. I've
watching you,
watched
and I've just
Disability
gone,
Diva,
"Ooh,
which I've
I have to get on. I have
listened
to
to
get up."
prior.
So let me
and
just say,
I've just
you're a
started
YouTuber, right?
because
You're another
I'm
YouTuber.
disabled,
Yes,
so I
I've
spend
got
a lot
two
of my
channels.
day
I was
watching
Disability
YouTube,
Diva, which
basically
I've
you, Rob, Ian,
messaged you
and
prior.
and
And I've just
it
started
inspired
because
me to
I'm disabled, so
to
I spend a lot of my
I
day
may as well
watching
start my
YouTube.
own
Basically,
YouTube
you,
channel
Rob, Ian,
and
and
cover
Randy,
some of the stuff that you
and
That's
guys
good,
do,
Nick.
and a
it
little bit of
inspired
spice
me
to
to
so I've got a whole 5
yeah,
subscribers.
I may
Yay!
as well start
Go
my
me!
own
I've been
YouTube channel
going for like 4
and
weeks
cover
now, but
some of the stuff
yeah,
that
no,
you
I'm
guys
really,
do and a
really
little bit of
enjoying it.
spice to
So
it. And so I've
fantastic.
got
I
a whole
love
5
watching you.
subscribers. Yay! Go me! I've been
Yeah.
going for like 4 weeks now, but yeah, no, I'm really, really enjoying it. So
Well, I'd like to be your
I
6th
love watching
subscriber. So is it
Oh,
the
that's
defense rest? Is
amazing.
that me?
Thank you. I'm so
Yes,
excited.
yes.
Well, if I can if we beat everyone else, I'll be your 5th subscriber. Your 6th in just 1 second. We'll see if we can get you a
That's
few more
amazing.
here.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
We've got actually Cruiser Chris World Network.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
no,
not sure if
the other
you're
channel I've
familiar
got
with
is
him. He's
just a free
a friend of the
resource
channel
channel
here.
for
That I think he
local
does a lot of
resources and
he's
information
done some
for people
disability
with
related
disabilities in the area
streams
because
as
I've had a
well.
lot of trouble
Okay,
So
yeah,
if
no,
you
the
accessing
other
it.
channel I've
It's
got is just
a
a free
difficult
resource
system in
channel for
Australia to get into with
local
funding. So
resources and
I thought
information for people
my
with
new battle and my
disabilities in the
knowledge
area because
could
I've had a
be
lot of
needed for
trouble
other people, and hopefully
accessing them.
they don't have
It's
to,
a difficult
you know,
system in Australia to get
go
into
through the
with
same
funding.
ordeals
So
that I've had to
I
go through to
thought
get where I
my
am.
7-year
basically.
battle and
So
my knowledge
yeah,
could
so
come
I'm
in
trying
handy
to
for
run
other
two.
people, and hopefully they don't have to,
If you
you know,
can't find the channel
go
and
through the
you're in
same
the
ordeals that
US,
I've had to
my
go through to get where I am,
hence
basically. So
the
yeah,
US way.
so I'm trying to run 2.
Yes, this one's a C.
If
Yeah.
you can't find the channel and you're in the US,
I'm
you
really,
might be
yeah, I
spelling
really am.
defense the US way. It must be with a C. Yes,
Okay,
people who are
thank you.
searching.
I'm like, it's not
Oh,
there. I
yay!
can't
Welcome.
find
Yeah.
it. There it is.
Thank
It needs
you.
to be with a C at the end.
It looks like I'm
I
number
actually
7.
was live streaming and I've had
Vicky, you
you.
might have
I
beat
was
me to
sharing
it.
the screen.
Oh,
with you.
yay! Welcome.
Trying
Thank
to
you.
find
Thank
me.
you.
The defense rest, DEFENCE.
I actually was live streaming and I've had you share. I was sharing the screen of you trying to
That's awesome.
find me.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, that is really cool. That is really, really neat. I love that. Curious though, in Australia,
very-
obviously the legal system is
you have
probably a
to
little
jump
different than
through so
Sweden. I
many
guess we'll get
hoops
to Angela as well.
get onto the court system. They
Legal
do have
system there.
live streams in the Supreme
How is
Court
that
and County
as far
Court,
as openness,
but
transparency,
it's
court
so
access?
difficult to
Is
get
there?
access. So
You have to jump
I've been
through so many
watching,
hoops
and
to
just
get onto the
streaming
court
through
system. They do have
Court 8
live
and
streams in
Court
the
TV
Supreme Court and the County
law
Court,
and
but
crime,
it's so
basically.
difficult to get
but
access. So I've been
Yeah,
watching
I've been
and just
researching
streaming through
the
Fox
Treehouse
8
murder
and Court TV
retrial
and
stuff
law
that's
and
going to be coming
crime,
up shortly,
basically.
and the Chad
But
Dolman trial on the 4th.
yeah,
Is it
I've
4th or
been
8th of July?
researching
Um,
the
so
Treehouse murder
I've been doing a lot
retrial
of background
stuff
stuff
that's
for
going to be
those,
coming
so
up shortly,
hopefully
and the Chad Dolman
they're going to be
trial on the
quite
4th, is it
interesting.
4th or 8th of July?
He's a bit of a character, Franklin
So
Tucker.
I've been doing a lot of background stuff for those, so hopefully
His wife called in.
they're going to be quite
Oh,
interesting.
okay.
He's a bit of a
Cool.
character, Franklin
I'd
Tucker.
love to interview her.
he is. We've talked about his wife. His wife called in a couple times, and we were able to talk
okay.
to I think it's Lauren.
Yeah.
And
I'd love to
Absolutely,
interview
yes.
her.
Yep,
yeah,
he's got
she's
his
a
Facebook
neat
page,
lady, and
and
really
YouTube channel,
the
and
story behind the
there's a lot
story.
of
There's a lot
information.
more there than what the media has been releasing. And
Absolutely, yes.
He's got a bit of
There's
everything.
a
He's got
certain way
a
that-
with a
Facebook
lot.
page and his YouTube channel, and yeah, there's a lot of information to go through.
Yeah.
it's a neat one. It's
He's
an
got a
interesting
bit of
trial.
everything. It's like a hamburger with a lot.
I think
Yes. At the beginning, I was thinking, okay, here's another pro se defendant who's just crazy, and this is just going to be a circus.
providing
And afterwards, I'm like,
reasonable
he's
doubt. That's
he's
it.
I
smart.
think his issue is
He's
though,
articulate.
he's trying
Simple.
to focus on proving his
I
innocence,
know.
when all he really needs to do is focus on providing reasonable doubt. That's it.
Yeah.
Except he is
Simple.
the most frustrating person
I
because
know.
he got off. Like, I was pro Tucker from the first day, and I fought for the man. He disappointed me repeatedly. He was
Yeah.
late. He brought in coffee, really annoyed me, and I was still like, Tucker, I know the background. You are right.
I know.
You should win
Against
this.
everyone's advice, and his
So then
lead
he
witness, Paula, is
miraculously
now deceased.
has the mistrial
So,
and still won't
yeah.
get a lawyer for the second one.
Yeah,
sad.
I know. Against everyone's advice, and his lead witness, Paula, is now deceased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's getting
I think
It's sad.
the
I think in
gentleman
neutral,
that
actually,
got
I
out
think
of
that was
jail,
one of the things
other
that hurt him
witnesses, the
was that
judge
interview
wouldn't
with
let come
Paula
in.
live. That was I
yeah,
don't think
wouldn't
that
let transport
helps
to
at
the
all.
trial last time. I
He's
think.
getting the gentleman that got out of jail, one of the other witnesses, the judge wouldn't let come in.
Yeah, yeah.
And wouldn't let transport
they
to
haven't
the
been
trial
judged.
last time. I
The
think he's
judge,
coming this time.
I think it's James
Yeah, he
Morgan.
did. It was
has
just a
agreed to
timing
take on
issue
the
because he
case
had to
now,
file
so
that
Yeah.
the transfer order.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
second one, the last judge,
That's
which
But
what
they
he
haven't
did.
judged the
and
judge.
yeah.
I think it's James Morgan has agreed to take on the case now.
Yeah,
so.
he was making his decision.
Is
that
this
was
the
going
third
to
judge or
be,
the second?
Second one.
advised in
The
Saturday
last
on
judge
the 4th of
recused himself.
April, but he
I
announced
heard
it on
I heard
the
that the second
16th
judge
that
there might be
hearing
some
that he
efforts
was going
to
to take
remove
on the
him as
case.
well.
Yeah, he was making his decision. That was going to be advised on the status hearing on the 4th of April, but he announced it on the 16th, that hearing, that he was going to
okay.
take on the case.
But that wasn't coming from Tucker's side or the prosecution. It was that he had been at the same law firm that Travis Johnson was represented by.
Okay. Okay.
Hadn't been with
military background,
Travis's
I
case,
think, as
but
well.
was just making sure that he wasn't
A bit
going
of a
to.
conflict there.
Yeah. So he wanted to make sure there was no bias or anything there.
Yeah. His military background, I think, as well.
Oh, I don't know that. I love the new judge.
Mike, sorry, Brian. I don't know where Mike came from. Brian, how is it? You're among three women. Don't be shy. Just go ahead and wade in if you've got
I
something
just
to say.
noticed that.
We're outnumbered a bit here.
Well, I'm
but
sad to say I don't really know anything about the case they were talking about.
And
it's an interesting one. It's a pro se defendant when they represent themselves, and it's one of the rights we have.
pretty well. I
It's
think
like
Tucker,
enshrined in the
as far as
Constitution. You
arguments
can
go,
represent yourself in
was
court,
one of the better ones.
and it's
And
almost
I
always
think
not a good idea.
even better. I mean,
But,
better, I'd say
But
he
of
was
all the people who did it pretty well, I think Tucker, as far as arguments go, was one of the better ones.
One that actually sort of
I still would say it would be even better. I mean, good, better, best. I'd say he was a good one.
he's had
It would be better or best to get a lawyer. But it was fun to see one that actually sort of
Does he even have backup? Does he have backup counsel, or
he has like a standby counsel? He's had lawyers in the past that are counsel.
His attitude is that no one will
they're not
defend him
full-time, they're
more
not-
than he will defend himself.
they're sort of
basically.
reactive. He calls
doesn't
with a question.
like to
They're
listen.
like, "Here, we'll give you some advice."
Anyone else?
They're not sort of there coaching him, telling him what to say.
His attitude is that no one will defend him
You
more than
think?
he will defend himself, basically. So he doesn't like to listen
No, absolutely.
to anyone else.
He has some personality traits that are interesting.
You think?
But
One way.
but
to
it doesn't
put
mean
it.
he's guilty.
No, absolutely.
as much as you.
That's right.
Well, I'm not a lawyer, and I didn't even stay at a Holiday Inn Express. But I will say my little piece of advice is nobody will believe in you as much as you, but there are a lot of people who will defend you better than you. So get a lawyer.
Let's get that on a wall hanging and put that in the studio here. That's really cool. While we're waiting, we've got just under 5 hours of deliberation time. And from the questions we're getting, from the questions we've got, I think this jury is going to take the weekend as well. I'm thinking it's not.
I think
changed
that's
my mind. I think this could go.
And
I thought it was going to be pretty fast, but
Yeah.
when they came back with the questions that they came back with,
adamantly and vigorously,
I changed my mind. I think
with
this
head
could
nodding,
go
their head shaking,
several days.
which we have in one of the jurors. I think that was 11.
I think it'll be hung.
We heard from Laura.
I think if we've got somebody who is adamantly and vigorously showing her support,
I would say
with head nodding, their head shaking, which we have in one of the jurors. I think that was 11.
They want to hear from a medical examiner again.
That's going to be a hard position to move from.
The medical examiner.
And that's going to be I would say that's a safe bet as a not guilty from her. And if there's other people that are, they want to hear the medical examiner again. That's
I was surprised with her
usually the
testimony.
medical
I mean,
examiner testimony is in favor of
even
the
as
state.
bad
So
as the
wanting to hear it
sheriff's
again would be somebody who's leaning
department
towards guilt,
at
at
least
least
to
on
me,
some
it was
charge.
pretty clear that
So,
the medical examiner had picked a side. I was surprised with her testimony. I mean, she was testifying. Even as bad as the sheriff's department was, at least to me, it was pretty clear that the medical examiner had picked a side. Here's the facts. She was testifying for a conviction. She answered questions for the prosecution.
What strikes me is
I just don't think that she was, here's the facts. This is what I found. It was like she always tried to slant things. She answered questions for the prosecution that the defense asked that she equivocated on. But then the defense asked it on redirect, and bam, bam, bam. She's got
like the close. I didn't look at the close, and then the defense asked, the state asked about close, and she's, what do you want to know? I can tell you everything you need. What I don't get is why she was upset.
Angry at me for some
I mean,
reason.
literally, Laura,
Instead of
I can't remember her last name, the lawyer who's questioning her, says, we've never met, right? There's no reason you would be angry at me for some reason. I mean, she's giving remarks like, sure, instead of just curt, not even, no eye contact. It's like she was scared of the skeleton in the corner and didn't want to look at it. I mean, I can see if there was a clown that would make sense, but a skeleton, I mean, she's an ME. I don't know why she would not want to look that direction, but
first of all,
the jurors had to pick up on that.
Has at least 2 pens. They have a notebook.
The other thing is with the sheriff, like if you want to play journalist,
no matter what.
can you just do it right? First of all, a good journalist has at least 2 pens. They have a notebook. They will download their maps offline so that they can show it no matter what. They will never leave an interview not recorded. In fact, you start the recording and then you say, I need to record this interview. Is that okay? So that your butt is covered. So he is neither a good sheriff nor a journalist, in my opinion.
I would say he's not a good politician either, if we can add that to the list.
Agree.
I realize
it's frustrating when some people we expect to just come to court and present facts,
right? And that's going to be
without opinion.
they get paid
And
thousands of dollars to do that.
I realize the expert witnesses, they're paid to say, here are the select set of facts, and this is how you should view them. Right. And that's going to be slanted every time. And you get paid thousands of dollars to do that. But the individuals who it's their job to do a certain thing, a very narrow thing. The Emmy is of all of them the one that should be the most unbiased and the most just matter of fact, because they don't even have, they don't
The evidence
care.
is on
They
the
don't go to the
table.
crime scene. They're not there to figure out how it happened.
The
They're
evidence
just
is
there
on
to
the table in
document
front of
what
them.
they observe on the table in front of them to do an autopsy.
Wild.
And this lady was.
I actually have
Yeah, sorry, say that again.
The evidence is on the table in front of them.
The experts from Washington,
Wild.
I think.
I
actually have more issue with another witness than NE. The experts from Washington, I think, or Seattle, that did bullet trajectory, and he's in one of the first days.
That was a long time ago, and I've slept since then.
The one that testified about the bullet hitting the branch.
That one. That even went a little deeper, deeper than he should, because it's not his area of expertise. I actually have more issues with him, because not only because he did go deeper than he should have, but because he went tunnel vision. He did not
Oh. Hello. Sorry, I've dropped out. Somehow I've lost the link to Scott's live stream. Unfortunately, yeah, I tried to get online on StreamYard and talk to him that way, but he sent me the link via email, and I could only open that on my phone at the time. So I'll give it another go now on my Gmail account, and hopefully I'll speak to you all shortly.